Alright. I got my videos, my books, my chair. I'm all set for today's movie. What? Considering that this movie is a poorly made Bollywood film, it's obvious I'd do it as a parody of the Cinema Snob. What else am I gonna do? Do a ripoff of Brad Tries? Banglar King Kong? Yeah, that's like going with Turkish Star Wars, and look how that ended up. I know what you're thinking. Did I miss something? There's a Turkish King Kong? Well, I can tell you firsthand that Banglar King Kong makes Turkish Star Wars look like an actual Lucasfilm production. Oh, I'm sorry, I meant Disney. Banglar King Kong is a 2005 unofficial remake of King Kong. How much is it a remake? Well, from following almost the same storyline as the 1976 remake, it adds onto it with horrendous Bollywood musical numbers. Son of a bitch! This is the second time my favorite film has been turned into a badly made musical before Australia did it right. And don't worry, we'll get to that soon. What's really sad about this film is that since it was made in poor Bangladesh, most of all the production looks like it was bought at a dollar store. And to add salt to the wound, it's not even listed on IMDb. Instead, it's listed on a brief section in Wikipedia, and on too many virus-written sites that there's no way to find any information on it. The only way to see it as much as you can is on YouTube, and even then, their budget was so low that they can't even afford having copyright guards all over the web. Well, to be fair, the web was able to give it a cult following. I don't even know what to say about this film. It's the same as every other Kong storyline, except it's a Bollywood production! And if you do look on IMDb, there are other Indian-style films that have the title King Kong, but they have nothing to do with the story or characters, nor a giant ape. What the fuck? That's the same thing as getting confused with King Kong Bundy. And no, I will not be reviewing any of his shit. I can say, though, that the actors that play the ship's crew are the more decent, enjoyable characters, including Denham, who is the villain and who is now the captain? Peculiarly odd choice of casting. That's like making Jack Driscoll into a sword-swinging purple musketeer. What the fuck, movie? What the fuck? You're just being random now. What? Was the Indiana Jones costume stolen from the dollar store, and the only thing that's left was a costume that may or may not fit the guy? I'm sorry, but I can't take this guy seriously in that Jack Sparrow Barney outfit. It makes Edward Cullen look like Bruce Campbell from Evil Dead. And I still don't get why Peter Jackson didn't cast him in the 90s. It would have been perfect. And don't worry, we'll get to more of that, my dear viewers. Well, at least they added one thing from the 90s script. They added Anne's father in the mix, along with his heart attack. Oh, and I should probably talk about the female lead. Well, she goes by the name of Malay, since Zorro the Gay Blade here keeps calling her name constantly. Millie! Now, you're all probably wondering what she looks like. Well, I can't really make a joke about her. And don't get me wrong, she's a terrible actress. But...
Baba, আমি এসে গেছি.
Yeah, if I made fun of that, I'd get a ton of hate mail. And I'm to blame too, since I'm a huge fan of the McGangbang at McDonald's. Son of a bitch, I fucking said it! Yeah, well, aside from the characters, you want to know how Kong looks in this film. Well, let's just say he lost the audition for The Hangover Part 2. Kids, whatever this guy is on, don't do it, because you could end up in a Bollywood film called Banglar King Kong. Naturally, with this being a Bangladesh film, the majority of the climax of the film and throughout are all bootleg stock footage from Kong 76 and Mighty Joe 98. and even just random National Geographic footage. And because of the low budget for shots like the ship out at sea or the choppers at the end of the film, the stock footage is so recognizable and poorly edited, it makes Jaws 5 look like it was directed by Spielberg himself. And to the filmmaker's credit, they only used John Barry's score once or twice, plus their own badly made musical numbers. But in the majority of the action sequences, they use this music. Well, I hope you're happy, movie. You gave Ridley Scott and Hans Zimmer credits to a film that is worse than Prometheus. Also, the film looks like it's been in worse shape than the missing spider pit scene from the original 1933 film. Because all throughout the film, it switches from serious moments shot in reused film reels to 10-minute musical numbers that were shot in crystal clear digital cameras. Oh, and by the way, the end of the film looks like it just gives up on itself. Even the game graphic glitch gremlin would be shitting his pants. The end. Wow. Haha! This movie was horrible! All I can say is even though this is one of the worst Kong films, it's still not as bad as the Asylum films. However, it's boring, it lags, the musical numbers are terrible, the stock footage is insulting, the actors are bad, the effects are bad, it's just a bad movie. So I will say, skip to the scenes with Kong. Other than that, leave this one in the garbage can, where it was made. 1 out of 10. Well, that's all there is for now. Join me next time when... What? What do you mean there's no more films after this? What the hell am I supposed to do? That might be tricky. Hold on a second. Yes. Give me the number of one Dr. Emmett Brown, please.